Cobra Kai.
Kidding me.
Okay. Where do I even begin? I just watched Cobra Kai Season 5. And when I say I just watched it, I mean literally I just watched the whole thing in its entirety, all 10 episodes straight. I started it at 7 a.m., I believe. And now it is like 3 p.m. Took a couple bathroom breaks, but for the most part, watched it all through. And dude, this season, I don't even know where to start. There's so much. I'm going to try and not edit this video as much as possible so it could feel real and authentic, because this is just my first live reaction. The first time I'm getting words out about what I thought. This season was insane. It was definitely one of the best seasons. And it's so hard for me to say that because every season is amazing. But this season is like no other. Talk about like freaking upping the scale. This show is freaking nuts. Dude, that finale was by far, there's not even a question, that was the best finale. That was the best finale by far. Everything about that finale was insane. It felt like a movie. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. It was so good. So much happened this season. I can't even like. We're getting into spoilers. We're this is spoilers, so just a warning. Mike Barnes, like, dude. Freaking awesome. I love how, like, I loved his role. I loved his role, and I hope he comes back in season 6 because he was great. He was so good. Freaking Jessica Andrews. That was like something I did not expect at all. Jessica Andrews is cousins with Amanda. That's how Daniel and Amanda met, through Jessica Andrews. So that was like, I was shocked. I was shocked that she was there. I did not see that coming. What else do we got? John Crease was definitely the biggest thing for me this season. Like, where the frick is Crease? You know, they're not showing him in the posters. They're keeping him out of the promotion. He didn't even show up until like episode 5. So I was like, dude, like, where the frick is Crease? Like the whole season, I'm like, where's Crease? Where's Crease? Where's Crease? They show him, and amazing arc. Like, I love what they did with him. Then we get to episode 10, and we're jumping around. We're gonna jump from place to place. We get to episode 10, and they freaking, like, Crease gets stabbed repeatedly, and they set it up as this death scene at the beginning of the episode, and I was pissed. I was about to turn off the show. I was about to turn it off. I'm not kidding you. I had to go back and rewatch that 3 times because I couldn't move on. I couldn't move on from that. Like, they were asking us to take that. Literally, Crease dead. Like, his face was pale. He died. And then move on. I was like, no. I am done with the show if that's how he died. If that's how he goes out. Because, okay, on one hand, I could see how it was a meaningful thing. Because he did kind of have that arc of, like, you know, kind of turning a new corner. And, you know, him separating the fight showed that he, you know, kind of learned from his mistakes and learned from his regrets. But that's not enough. That's not enough for John Crease. He couldn't have gone out like that. Like, I would have been so pissed because he never mended his relationship with Johnny, and that's the biggest thing. For Crease to die and then Johnny just, there was never anything there. Like, for Crease to just die in jail? No. So you can imagine, I was freaking happy at the end of that episode when he jumped out of that bed alive. Like, oh my god, I was so happy. Speaking of alive, because I'm thinking of Wanted Dead or Alive, but it wasn't Wanted Dead or Alive. It was Blaze of Glory. They freaking played Blaze of Glory, a Bon Jovi song in Cobra Kai episode 5. I've been asking for a Bon Jovi song forever, and boom, they played a Bon Jovi song, and it was Blaze of Glory, and it was so awesome. Like, Johnny's into Bon Jovi. That's what I needed to know, and I'm so glad they went through with that. Oh my goodness. I thought Chosen died. I'm jumping all around. I thought Chosen died. I was like, what the frick? Silver killed Chosen. He ain't killed Chosen though. So Silver technically hasn't killed anybody. But that would have been like, I mean, and so yeah, so no one died this episode. Okay, so I thought, you know, originally like it looked as if Crease and Chosen both died. I thought that Chosen was gonna die. He didn't die though. Thank God. I'm so happy he didn't die because I freaking love Chosen. I mean, if he died, it would have been impactful for the story. Like that's not like a Crease, like Crease's death, like the way the fake death would not have been good. Like no. If they were to do that, I'm done with the show. I literally was about to stop watching. I was about to stop because they're gonna kill Crease off in season 5, episode 10. At the beginning of the episode, it's like, and I thought that was it. I was like, so you're telling me you're gonna keep doing the rest of the series? Like no, Crease is like if you're gonna kill him off, that's got to be like the last season, like the last episode or something. Like you can't do that. They didn't do that, thank God. But Chosen, you know, Chosen had a meaningful arc, and I had this theory that like he was gonna see Komiko as he was dying, and then I thought he was gonna die. Like it literally seemed as if he was gonna die. When Johnny was about to die, like freaking die, like literally these guys were about to get killed. When Johnny was about to die, I thought Chosen was the one who came in and saved him, but it was Barnes, which was so awesome. Which I like forgot Barnes was even there. Dude, Barnes was freaking insane this season. Like from everything from owning the furniture store, Barnes was like the highlight for me. I have 2 highlights. No, I can't say 2. I have so many. Johnny, this was one of his funniest seasons. Daniel, this was one of his best seasons. This season really focused on Daniel. Silver was freaking, Thomas Ian Griffith is freaking incredible. That last episode was one of his best acting performances. Like the freaking emotion, the madman, you broke into my house, like all that. Dude, Thomas is freaking amazing. And Yuji was incredible. Like this was his season. Like his arc, man. His arc. Like he goes from like, you know, from in the beginning of the season, he's like kind of like, you know, he's joking around all the time. He's very you know, like we got like he's kind of a jokester, but then like he really comes full circle, like, you know, saving his friends and like fighting for what's wrong, like really fighting for what's right, and he's really putting himself on the line, and he literally sacrificing his life. And he says I'm not afraid to kill, and then Silver says I'm not afraid to die. Like what the dude, this insane. Like this season was insane. That finale was crazy, and with all the kids, everybody teamed up. Oh my God. So my biggest thing with the trailers, I was like so pissed. Like Robby and Miguel, like they showed them fighting, and then they showed them joining the same dojo. I'm like, why would you give that away? However, that happened in episode 5. So they were like friends for like half the season. Like I can't even believe Miguel went to Mexico. That was such a short story. It was only 2 episodes. You know, I think a lot of people will be surprised because just based on the theories and everything I saw before, a lot of people thought Miguel was going to be in Mexico half the season, 3 episodes. He was there for 2. And his dad never even found out who he was. So I thought the Mexico stuff was really cool. Maybe they could have done more with that. But, you know, there is something nice about the arc. Like I actually do like the simplicity of the arc. Like yes, like season 4 set up this big thing, like Miguel going to Mexico, like all that. But I kind of like how, you know, I feel like the lesson was kind of like, you don't like, your dad's not a part of your life anymore. Like that guy, you know, sure, he may be blood, but he's not what you need right now. He's not there for you. But you know what? You do have someone who's there for you. Even though he's not blood, like Johnny is like your father. And now you have a new brother in Miguel, and then you'll have another kid or another brother or sister. Johnny and Carmen having a baby. Like, oh my God. And Miguel and Robby hugged him. Like, oh God, that's so good. Wow. Sam and Tori teaming up at the end was great. Finally, they put aside their differences and they were able to work together. And, you know, oh my God, wait, the finale. Like, I feel like the finale is the biggest thing to talk about. It's just insane. Bro, the fight where they freaking dude, Barnes, Chosen, and Johnny, like, dude, who would have thought we would have seen like that? Who would have ever thought? Like, that's freaking, like, it's like you have people from every film like together. Insane. And like the whole house fight and then the dojo fight, like, I loved. You had freaking, oh my god, Mitch, what the frick is wrong with you, Mitch? What is wrong with you, Mitch? How could he do that? How could he do that? Damn it. I loved Mitch. And they did that to him. How could he do that? How could he do that? How can he turn on his brothers and sisters? Well, just Sam, really. How could he do that? How could he do that? That pissed me off because his arc in season 3 was leaving Cobra Kai and joining Eagle Fang. Dude, and man, how can you betray them? Oh, that pissed me off. Like, Mitch, dude, like, Chris is your best friend. How could you do that to him? Just because Cobra Kai has snacks? I can't believe they did that. Kenny was a menace this season. Anthony, okay. Anthony's still got, Anthony had his moments. I still think he could shine more in the future. Like he wasn't like here's the thing. Like, I was waiting for Anthony to freaking bust out some karate. I was waiting for him to bust out karate. He didn't really do that too much. But he, like, had his moments where he was like, guys, we got to work together. We got to protect the egg. And then to upload I love the whole thing, like, where they have to upload the YouTube video of Silver. Like, that was great. That reminded me exactly of, like, the Netflix Tadam event. Like, basically where they were all, like, acting like spies and working together. That's exactly what it reminded me of. They were all like, it was like this spy mission. It was like a different show. It was a different movie, but I was all for it. I was all for that. They were all like working together to upload this clip. Like, literally all these enemies, these ex-enemies, Miguel, Robby, Tori, Sam, Dimitri, Hawk. Like, it was freaking beautiful. Now, where do you go from here? That's my question. Like, Crease got out of jail, which, can we talk about that? They freaking pulled a Joker right there. Like, that felt like Joker. They even had Frank Sinatra, My Way, which they used That's Life and the Joker as he's like walking out of the prison or the mental institution. It reminded me exactly of Joker. And they freaking ended it with that. So Crease is out of jail. Like, crazy. But Silver is now arrested. Everybody's friends now. Like all the Cobra Kais aren't part of Cobra Kai anymore. Like, all of the Cobra Kais, Kenny, Devin, they all realized, like, it's wrong. Even freaking Kyler all quit on Cobra Kai. So now it's like, now what happens? Kim Da-eun's the main villain? Like, Silver's got to get out of jail. Like, where do you go from here? Now, what I thought they were going to do is I definitely didn't expect Silver to get arrested. Because Crease got arrested last season. And also, they have this world tournament. You know, that's what they're setting up for, is this world tournament. That's the big thing that's to come. I think that's next season. I think season 6 is this world tournament. And both Cobra Kai and Miyagi Fang, they didn't come up with a name yet. They'll probably save that for next season. They were both supposed to be in this world tournament. But with Silver arrested, now what? It's like, it could go anywhere. It could really go anywhere. Now, knowing Silver, he's got the money, he's got the resources. He could probably get himself out of this situation. But it's like, how, though? With all the charges that he's been faced with for freaking slicing Chosen, almost killing him. Like, if Silver had killed Chosen, you could forget about it. But I thought they were going to, like, hide the body. I thought, like, dude, this season was, like, that finale was dark, man. Like, literally, like, and I knew that they were going to go down this route of, like, now it's life or death now. It's not, like, this ain't a game anymore. Like, there's no more, it's just a rivalry. No. It's freaking life or death. Like, they have swords. They're trying to kill each other. This is where it's at now. That's it. It's insane. I just don't know where they're going to go from here. So, Crease, eventually, now that we know he's not dead, thank God, I swear, I'm telling you right now, I was about to stop watching. I was about to just stop. Obviously, I was going to keep watching, but I was about to stop. I had to watch that 3 times. I was like, you expect me to see that and then move on? No. Dude. So Crease now gets out of jail. I mean, this is just like, I just finished the season. So I got to obviously rewatch. Like, I really don't even, there's so much that happened. Like, they had so many flashbacks too. Like, we freaking saw Kim Sung-young training Crease and Silver. We saw Sato, a flashback of Sato and Chosen. Dude, like Mr. Miyagi's like room, and then like Daniel rejoining Miyagi-Do, the music, and Miguel, Robby, everybody like being friends. This season was perfect. I had a lot of crying moments. The moment that I bawled my eyes out was Miguel right after the breakup, when Miguel took out the octopus necklace and Miguel's crying. Anytime Miguel cries, this is just a fact. Anytime Miguel cries, I cry. In season 4, episode 8, when Johnny said, "I love you too, Robby." Miguel, it's "I love you too, Robby." That's what got me. But Miguel's crying because Miguel's my favorite character and I connect with him. And this season, yes. This was a great season for Miguel. Miguel had an amazing season. Everybody had an amazing season. Even Robby, like because, you know, for so long they were like, no, we hate each other. Like the first 5 episodes, we hate each other. Miguel freaking came to his own. It's like, I'm done with this rivalry. I'm done with it. Like that's a good arc. And the Mexico stuff with him, you know, finding out, you know, he had these hopes with his father that he wanted this. He saw things that looked like they were perfect, but he realized they really weren't perfect, and that's not what he wanted. He didn't want that guy to be a part of his life. So I actually did enjoy. I enjoyed the Mexico arc. I enjoyed it. I just know that people will be surprised. But I think it's going to be handled. I think it's going to be received very well because I thought it was really, really good. John, Josh, and Hayden are very, very talented writers. This story is so good. Like, Cobra Kai is so good. And it's like they keep raising it. Like, just when I think they can't raise it anymore, like, this is insane. Like, the next thing is this world tournament. That's going to be insane. But how does Cobra Kai compete in that? After everything, especially after the YouTube video where it's like they cheated the tournament, how will Cobra Kai be allowed in? Cobra Kai has to compete. Now, whether it's under Johnny or Daniel or Crease or whatever, Cobra Kai has to compete. The show is called Cobra Kai. There needs to be a Cobra Kai dojo. Like, Cobra Kai, like, and I think Crease like implied this. So Crease said, like, Johnny, you need to be in charge of Cobra Kai, not Silver. And that's what I think it is right there. I think Cobra Kai needs to live on. Cobra Kai shouldn't die. But under the right leadership and ownership, it could be a good thing. You know, but the name is badass. Like, keep the name. Keep the snake. Keep the logo. But change the leadership and change some of the strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Like, change some of that a bit. Dude, that freaking end with Silver, I can't believe. Like, I'm going to have to rewatch this. Like, I'm actually, like, getting so much like anxiety right now that I'm not watching it, but I needed to just get my thoughts out right now. I freaking love Mike Barnes. I know I keep saying that. I loved Mike Barnes. And I thought Kenny and Devin were great this season. Devin had a bigger role, which I thought she had a really good role. You just didn't know where anybody was going to go. Like, it was just everybody was just turning pages right and left and switching sides, and Mike Barnes being a good guy. Like, all this stuff was so good. Like, and then you had like all the Crease stuff. Like, dude, so many like cameos. Barrett Carnahan, Nick Marini, Barrett Carnahan, who played young Crease, Nick Marini, young Terry Silver, Emily Marie Palmer. I love Emily, and she came back as Betsy. So happy for her. Like, I'm so happy when, like, you know, people who Lyle, the pawn shop guy, was back in it. Captain Turner. Oh my God, they de-aged Johnny Lawrence. Oh my God. They de-aged Johnny, and I think they de-aged William Zabka's voice. So when Crease was in the jail, and he was like, oh my, that was such a great moment when he was like admitting like all his mistakes. Like, oh my God, dude, a freaking young Johnny. That's crazy to me. Like, they got to do that more. Like, they got to show us a flashback of like young Daniel. And if they could do that, the CGI was okay. Like, I mean, you could tell there was, it wasn't like amazing, but I don't think it's like perfected yet, that craft. And also Cobra Kai is a cheaper show. Actually, you know what? Stranger Things freaking nailed it with L. They nailed it with L. So I guess they could have done it better, but Cobra Kai has a cheaper budget, so that's why. But that's an epic. Like, who cares about that? The fact of the matter. Oh my God, Tyron Woodley's pinky got cut off. Like, can we talk about that? Like he freaking got his pinky sliced. Like, dude, like blood gush. Like, crazy, bro. Chosen like fighting with the size and Silver with the sword. Like, they were trying to kill each other. Like. Dude, and that dojo fight was insane. And all to upload the YouTube video. Oh my God, I was freaking out when they did the protect the egg technique that Chosen taught them. Like, I'll be honest. At first, like I thought I was so hyped for Chosen to be training the students. I was so hyped. And then once I saw what he was having them doing, like, here's an egg, hide it. I'm like, what? What the heck is this? Can't you just hide the egg anywhere? Like, it was a little strange. But then once I saw what they were doing with it, with Anthony, you know, coming up with, we got to work together. Then I was like, there you go. That's a good lesson. So in the beginning, and I think they did that intentionally. Like, they didn't make the lesson clear. And that's a classic Karate Kid thing, which they got, because I definitely was like, what? How is this training? Freaking hiding an egg. Like, why an egg? And like Chosen just like coming in and just stabbing the egg. It was just really weird. It caught me off guard. It was just a weird plot line. But then once they freaking, like, I was like if Chosen was gonna train them, do something else. But they tied it in really good. Like having Anthony, like, we gotta work together. And then when they all fought Chosen, boom, like, that was freaking brilliant. And they tied that back in at the very end. When they're all fighting at the Cobra Kai dojo, they're all in a circle protecting Anthony with the iPad. Protect the egg. They all work together to, oh my God. And they uploaded the YouTube video. Got Silver to admit they cheated. Can we talk about Stingray? Stingray was freaking unbelievable this season. So awesome. The challenger came back. Freaking Johnny's challenger came back. Oh my God, when Stingray saved Daniel, that was such a great moment. With Amanda and Carmen, and they're like, it was like a movie. It was like a heist movie. It was so good. Like, John Hurwitz tweeted that the season 5 finale will feel like a movie, and I felt like that. It was only 45 minutes, but dude, wow. The more I'm thinking about it, like, the more I love it. I can't get over it. It's so good. Like, this show is this show is just it. Like, this show hits on every level. Like, and what I love about this show is that each season, like, it sets up the next season, but it's also like you don't know exactly what they're gonna do, because you could think one thing and then they do something else. Like, we all thought Terry was going to work with Mike Barnes, but nah, bro, like, freaking Daniel. Like, that was cool. And Barnes seeing Terry for the first time, and like, oh my God, that was so great. Like, I need Barnes to come back. He was only in like 3 episodes. No, 2. He kidnapped them at the end of 9. I was like, the whole time at that party, like, when oh my God, which was so funny, when Daniel, Louis, oh my God, and Louis, or Anush going out with Vanessa, Louis' sister. Oh, that's so funny. Julia Maggio in season 5, so great. When Daniel, Johnny, Chosen, Amanda, Carmen all went. Oh my God, wait, sorry. Johnny, we'll get back to that, but I have to say this. The moment where I died of laughter, like, I don't think I've ever laughed so hard at any scene in Cobra Kai. Like I can't remember a moment where I actually like bawled like this, like bawled laughing, like not crying, like laughing. Was when Johnny was looking up on YouTube like how to take care of a baby, and he was like he was like wrapping his cores in a blanket. Like, that moment got me. Like, I think that was episode 3, if I believe. That was the funniest thing I ever saw. And he was like baby proofing his house. Oh my God. Everything about that was hilarious. Like, I can't remember all of the things that he did. I know he was like clean, like his couch had like bugs, like all that was so funny. You like get it, like but the moment that really got me was him freaking like wrapping his cores in a blanket and doing like, oh my God, and then the cores like spilled onto the ground. He grabbed his cores like a baby. Oh God, so funny. That was my favorite moment. But then going back to the party, the whole time, episode 9, they like to do parties. The episodes 9, that's like a common theme. Episode 9, they were all at this like club. I was waiting the whole time for something to happen. Like, you just know that something's gonna go down. Like, at first when Chosen was on the phone, I thought he was. I think I thought he was gonna get like kidnapped or something. I thought he was gonna get beat up right there. But what they ended up doing was Johnny, Daniel, and Chosen got in the limo. And as soon as they drove off, I'm like, okay, one of Silver's guys is taking them. But no, it was freaking Mike Barnes, like with the beard. He's like, Daniel, like, what'd you do, Daniel? You freaking like, oh my God, like that was great. But like, and then they all like, dude, Johnny, Chosen, Barnes, and Daniel. Like, who would have ever thought? And then like, even Jessica Andrews was in this season. Like, dude, like, and then Silver, like. Who would have thought we would have seen like all these guys together? Like, hopefully we could get like, I think they'll do this, but I want to see everybody together like in the same room though. I want like in like a fight or the same room or something. I want Daniel, Silver, Johnny, Chosen, Crease, and Barnes. I want all of them together. All of them. Give me all of them together. Daniel wasn't there some of the parts. Crease wasn't there, so that's what they got to do. Oh my God, but it's so good. It's so good. I just can't get over this season. Once again, I just watched it for the first time. I watched all 10 episodes at once, so I'm still processing a lot. This is kind of just me releasing all my thoughts out, but there's still a lot more that I think I haven't talked about, which I'm going to go back and rewatch, but I love this season. This season was so good. Now, I had a theory going into this season that Crease was going to get out of jail and team up with Daniel and Johnny to take down Silver. Now, it didn't exactly happen this season. However, it sure as heck seems like they're setting that up. Crease is out of jail. Silver is not staying in jail. And there's one fight that we still need. We got Daniel versus Silver. We got Chosen versus Silver. We got Johnny versus Silver. But the fight we need now is Crease versus Silver. Like, that's going to be the ultimate showdown. Best friends from Vietnam, both Cobra Kais. That's Crease's redemption right there. So, it might have not happened this season, but I definitely think it's going to happen next season. Like, Silver has to get out of jail. He just has to. I mean, like, who's the villain? Crease can't go back to being the main villain. Like, you gotta have Silver. Now, there's Kim Da-eun, but, like, to be the main villain of the series, nah. Silver is the main villain of the series. Like, there's no one above him. There's just not. You know, Crease could be a villain. Kim Da-eun could be a villain. but nobody is above Silver because Silver will never be redeemed. Like, Silver is just a bad dude, you know? And he's just, that's just how he's going to go down. So he can't be out. So I think he comes back next season, gets released, and that's when Crease works with Daniel and Johnny to take him down. And I think the finale is going to be Crease versus Silver. Or at least one of the fights. Finale might be that world tournament, which, like, it'll be on TV. Like, they're definitely doing the tournament. Like, we have to make that clear. They set it up this season. Now, Season 3 set up the All Valley tournament, and it's the end of Season 3, it's like, okay, now we got to train for the All Valley tournament. It's an interesting situation because they're setting up this tournament, this world tournament, that it's going to be Cobra Kai and Miyagi Fang competing in the tournament. But how does the season end? With Cobra Kai looking like it's done. Now, did Cobra Kai really lose, though? Think about that. Did they really? We don't know that for sure. We don't know if Cobra Kai is actually shutting down and ending. Silver's in jail, but Kim Da-eun still owns 50% of the dojos. So, I wouldn't count it out yet. I don't think Cobra Kai is just done. Like, obviously, that's the name of the show. We know, though, that Season 6 has not yet been written. So, they haven't written it yet because John, Josh, and Hayden, the creators, are working on a show called Obliterated. So, Season 6, oh, man, need it. Dude, it's like so crazy that they just freaking post the whole season at once. And literally, I just binged the whole thing. And look, did I think to myself, yes, maybe you want to savor it. Maybe you want to enjoy it. But I can't not watch it. Like, it can't just be there, and I can't just not watch it. Like, I couldn't watch, like, an episode or two or 5 episodes or 9 episodes and then not watch the rest. Like, I had to, like, once I started, I was going to finish. And it took hours, but it was the best. Like, literally, anytime I watch a season of Cobra Kai, it's like that day is like an event for me. It's like the Super Bowl. I don't really watch football. I'm not a big football fan, but for me, it's like the Super Bowl. It's like, I freaking, like, it's that one day I am, my heart and soul, like, this, it was so good. I'm still processing it all. It was incredible. I think fans are going to go crazy for this season. There's so much to love. There's so much. And it just makes you feel freaking good, you know? There's so many lessons, so many themes. And, you know, seeing these rivalries end, like a lot of these rivalries, like Daniel and Chosen and Daniel and Barnes, Sam and Robby, Sam and Tori, Miguel and Tori and Miguel and Robby, like Dimitri and Hawk, like, even though they were friends already, like, you know, just like the show as a whole, but especially this season, possibly Kenny and Anthony. We don't know yet for sure if they're going to be friends. That's going to take some time. But to see the rivalries end, to have Mr. Miyagi's, like, spirit was throughout this whole thing. Like, you felt Mr. Miyagi, you felt Pat Morita throughout the entire thing. And, like, when Amanda was saying, like, yeah, like, Mr. Miyagi, like, I came here before, like, the day before our wedding, like, oh my God, like, Mr. Miyagi was there for everybody. And that's like, that, I believe that, like, that's real. Like, even though, like, obviously that didn't happen, like, we never saw it because, you know, Pat Morita passed away, unfortunately. So it's like a lot of these things they're making up. Like Mr. Miyagi did this or said this after Karate Kid and before Cobra Kai, because we never saw it. But, like, I believe it. I truly believe it. Like, because that's just who Mr. Miyagi was. And John, Josh, and Hayden, the creators, like, they know that. They know Mr. Miyagi. They know this story. And I love all the mention of Kim Sung-young. And I love the flashbacks and the lore. There was a lot of lore this season. Like, I cannot wait to go back and, like, rewatch and really, like, analyze all the different things. Like, I think, like, you know, it's setting up a spin-off with, like, these different stories. Like, we saw Chosen, young Chosen and young Sato. We saw Kim Sung Young, young Crease and Silver. Like, I think these plot lines that are being shown in Cobra Kai are setting up spin-offs. And I would love that because John, Josh, and Hin have mentioned the thought of doing spin-offs. And I think they can possibly set it up here in Cobra Kai, which it seems like they did in season 5. So, hopefully Cobra Kai doesn't end though. Like I want it to keep going. Obviously it's going to end at some point. But like it's like I'm so like season 6 isn't going to be the last season because I feel like they would have let us, I feel like they'll let us know. Like if season 7 is the last season, I think they're going to let us know before season 6 comes out that season 7 is the last season, because I don't think they would tell us like right before. Like I don't think they would announce right now season 6 is the last season. Like I truly don't think they would do that to us, just like catch us off guard like that. So I think they're going to give us like a 2-season heads up just so we could be ready for it. I don't think season 6 is the last season. I think they're going to go to either 7 or 8. My guess is 8. Now, how they do that, like, because like, listen, we got this world tournament, but like, what else can you do? Like, how long can you, like, I want this story to keep going. And that's what's so remarkable about these creators is that they're able to keep this story going while like being so creative and fresh. Like after season 2, I'm like, how do you do this? Where do you go from here? And like these guys, they know exactly what they're doing, and they keep the story going in this like creative and fun and entertaining way. It's meaningful and it doesn't feel dragged on. It doesn't feel like we're just making Cobra Kai for money or we're just extending the show for as long as we can because people are watching it. No, like they have a story and they're telling it, and I want them to keep going for as long as they can because this is so good. Oh my God. Like I'm just like this is like an escape for me. Like Cobra Kai is my favorite show. And for me, it's helped me through a lot of tough times, and watching it, especially like watching a new season and, you know, that first feeling of excitement and surprise and emotion, like the first viewings are like really special because it's like I'm able to connect with it. And I had a couple moments in particular that got me really emotional because because I really connected with it in my own life, because I've been through struggles. I've had my share of hardships, and when you see this story and you see some of these characters, you see yourself in them. And there were certain moments where I saw myself in them and I just couldn't help but cry. And it's beautiful in a way because even though I'm crying, I see what they're going through at their hardest times. And maybe I connect to that. But then I see them overcome it. And it gives me hope that if I could relate to them when they're struggling, if I could relate to their struggles, maybe I can relate to them when they overcome their struggles. Maybe I can do that. So that's what this show has taught me. It's been a very big part of my life and a very big part of helping me overcome a lot of things. And this season in particular, I think really, really meant a lot to me. It did. It really did. And I think I will approach life differently. Like Miguel and Robby and Johnny and Chosen and Daniel, like these characters, even Stingray, like just seeing these characters and what they're going through and how they overcome it, that speaks volumes to me. And that's what I'm going to take away this season. Also, it was freaking badass and entertaining, and it was so cool, but there's a deeper meaning. So I think that wraps it up for this Cobra Kai Season 5 review. I think that's a good way to wrap it up. Well, it wasn't really a review. This is like my first kind of just like thoughts. I'll be doing more reviews and breakdowns and all that stuff. Once again, I just watched it. I literally just watched all 10 episodes and just made, like, literally took out my camera, got my mic, just record. Like, I didn't even say anything, talk to anybody. Just, like, here you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed my initial thoughts, and I hope you guys enjoyed the season. If you didn't see the season, I don't know why you're watching this because I just spoiled everything, but go watch the season. It's really, really freaking incredible. But I want to thank all of you so much for watching and supporting me here on the channel. We've been waiting for season 5 for so long, and here it is. And I can't wait to keep talking about it with you guys. And I can't wait to see what the future holds in store. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe to Cobra Kai Kid and turn on all notifications. Hit that like button, share the video with your fellow Cobras, Eagle Fangs, and Miyagi-Dos. I'll see you all next time on Cobra Kai Kid. And until then, remember, Cobra Kai never dies.